Live, baby, yeah. Baby, yeah. We live. They let me do what you do, yeah. Yeah, baby, we live. I love that one every time we hear that one. Live with Miss T on DFWIRadio.com. It's the story that everyone was talking about over the weekend. It's like we said, Happy New Year, and then we instantly be hating somebody quick before the New Year get out. So they hit me up at the station and they was like, Tanisha, you gonna talk about R. Kelly? And I was like, well, I've been telling y'all, I've been calling him Mr. Pee for years. We talked about it. We talked about when they said the house was a cult. We've been talking about this. This is not nothing new for me. Somebody said, you gonna watch the documentary? I was like, yes. But I'm the type of person, I can't watch it like one day. I had to watch it all the way through, so I did. Mm-hmm. And it was like, it's gonna make you mad. And I know. Just made me look. I was just sitting there looking like, yeah, Mr. PP. Anyway, Robert Sylvester Kelly, it's officially out. 18 million viewers watched Surviving R. Kelly. It's the documentary that was comprised by his ex-wife, Andrea Kelly, and a few of his other survivors who say they were abused, they were sexually assaulted at a young age. There's a lot of allegations that's been brought out.
A bunch of lies.
I'm not gonna say that. You're the only one that's saying that, Danielle. And I'm not gonna say that because it ain't everybody lying. But my issue is not if it's a lie or if it's true. My issue is why we mad now. I got Joel Reynolds, I got JoJo in the building, I got Velvet Jones. Yeah. I brought the guys in the studio because I knew what the ladies was gonna say, okay? And I knew what the ladies was gonna say. They all mad. Danielle is all nigga. I'm sorry. Danielle is her own. Let's go ahead and get started. What we mad for? What we mad now?
Well, before we get mad, I got a question.
Okay, you got a question for me?
I just want to know, seeing as how this don't necessarily belong to me, was this the mic that came out of Hustle and Flow? I'm just trying to make sure, because if so, we need to get it kissed and blessed before the words of the people.
I want this.
By my primary
I was drinking my water and I almost sprayed you. No, that wasn't that mic. Now keep going.
Well, the ice has been broken, so.
Yeah. It is what it is. What y'all think? Did everybody watch the documentary?
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it?
No, I didn't watch it. I didn't curse either.
You said
Well, I'm one that I like to give all my black people, no matter how much I like them or dislike them, they just do. So I gave it just 4 minutes. That's what I needed. We knew what we were seeing when we started, when we saw the preview.
So you wasn't you was 4 minutes into the 18 minutes.
I was 4 minutes. I was eating a sandwich. And I went and got up and borrowed some sugar from my next door neighbor. That's how much was the next important thing to me.
Junebug. That's what. Can I call you June?
Yeah.
Cause listen, cause that's who you are.
Yeah, that's fine.
Junebug, you watched it.
I watched the whole thing, man, and everybody missing the point, man. The star of this docuseries was R. Kelly's brother, Bruce Kelly.
In the jail cell. Hanging over like this, and he's like, I'm just trying to figure it out.
That's why people was outraged, because they listened to ex-con.
He was in jail?
He was in prison. They had the bars behind him. He had, let me describe this to this man.
Hold on, because I didn't see it.
He had his whole prison outfit on, the khaki suit with the matching top with the 3XL on the top. And they had him sitting in the chair. He had his prison tats, and he had bars in the background. Like he got to be in the child area, and he wasn't supposed to be.
So is the 3XL they logo for Polo?
Yeah, that was his polo horse. 3XL was the polo horse, prison polo horse. And he was so giddy telling these stories. I'm gonna tell you a statement he said. This is why people are outraged, but I think he should have been on there because it shows kind of like the thinking. And he said that he liked older girls and R. Kelly liked younger girls. Right. That's just a preference.
Right. He kept saying, everybody has some
Everybody got their preferences.
I like old women. He like young women. Like what?
But now there's validity to that.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
That leads me to a segment that I was hoping we would probably come later, but we come to it today first. Think about this.
Wait. You got a whole segment on my show. Then my heart sick, man.
Right. You can't be this big and not used to take charge.
It's okay. I'm with you. I'm listening.
But no, seriously though, think about this. All these strip clubs that men take themselves to,
Okay.
Yeah.
what's in there?
Young Tim.
Young women, 18 to 21.
Okay.
Because by the time they pass 21, they either done find a sugar daddy, they ain't making no money no more, their body ain't worth it because they done had 2 or 3 more kids.
No. You talking about old school. This is new day and
Well,
age.
see, I ain't been in a strip club since Peeping Tom, so.
Yeah. I say, nah, it's so far past 21, but you right. You right on the
So
money.
the premise of it is younger women.
Yeah.
So all men and even women find themselves venturing out to these venues. So does that put you in the same category because you have a young lust?
Listen, and I thought you made an interesting post because I want y'all to know I strategically picked the panel, okay? Before I decided to ask people to come onto the show, I was like, okay, who? And I started scroll. Oh, yeah. You made an interesting post. You said a lot of y'all been having sex since you was 14 with people who wasn't under the age.
Yes.
But is it for the jokes or for the laughs or is it serious?
No, it's serious, but I gotta say it because I gotta say exactly what I said though, because people just stretched it out on me and attacked me. Because
Did they attack you?
But what I said was it's some more girls out here having sex at age 14, and then y'all realize, and I said, especially the ones that's so outraged, y'all probably was one of them ones. That's basically what I'm saying. And only reason why I'm saying is because I know, and then somebody said, well, since they having sex, that's okay, that means it's okay to have sex with a 14-year-old. No, I wasn't saying that for an older man to have sex with him, but all of them not having sex with people 3 years older than them either. And just one more thing. My cousin got pregnant when she was 13, and she confided in me and told me, and I laughed at her. I didn't believe it. She was, and it was a grown nigga in high school. Can y'all cuss on here? I thought I heard you say
I cuss all the time.
okay. But she was pregnant by a dude in high school. Ain't nobody say nothing. Nothing. So I don't know what's the big deal. And to me, that whole trial, he got off. He found not guilty. The parents ain't worried about it. The girl ain't worried about it. So why the fuck everybody else worried about it?
Because we told to be worried about it. And my thing is, I don't even watch it. I didn't watch it. Okay. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I'm not muting R. Kelly, but I'm not supporting him either. Like, it's not to the point to where if his song comes on the radio, I'm not fuck him and turning the radio. You know what I mean? But I know all I need to know based off his name. His name is the Pied Piper. If you look at what the Pied Piper means,
That's not his only name, though.
But
I didn't know what Pied Piper until I watched the documentary.
Because a lot of people didn't even know what they
and I didn't watch the documentary. I made a post about R. Kelly like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I got daughters. And when I found out what the Pied Piper was, they can have all them accusations. Some of them can be true, some of them whatever.
That's what you calling yourself.
That's what you calling yourself. So I call myself Mr. Love Deposit, the empathetic asshole, enlightened hypocrite. That's who I am. And for me to sit down and say,
that's a lot though.
I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, but that's just all of me. You know what I mean? So when you sit back and say, "Ooh, the Pied Piper," what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You actually finna call yourself. You don't just wake up and call yourself the Pied Piper. You have to have some kind of history, some kind of backdrop of what that is. You know what I'm saying? So for you to identify yourself with that, it's just like.
But is it okay for somebody to call themselves the Pied Piper? Now, for people who didn't watch the documentary and who learned it, let's educate them again. The Pied Piper is because you said you already know. You'll probably tell it better than I tell it. It's a character, a person who lured.
He got revenge on the village. For not paying him what he felt he deserved for getting rid of their rat problems. And folks say it's based on a true story. So he lured them with a flute. So he came in, he lured the rats out, and they were like, "No, that was too easy. Like, we're not paying you." He said, "Okay." And he came back the next time and changed the flute. And now he walked their kids, and they 100 and some kids were gone. He lured the kids out of the village. So, but my thing is, this whole thing is bigger than R. Kelly. And they gonna see it,
But what you gotta understand though, in his situation, his mindset ain't like our mindset. You know, even in Beyond the Pied Piper, think about this. R. Kelly has been a millionaire and a celebrity and a mega superstar, loved by all, extremely loved by women since he was younger. And now he's in his 50s, and you have for all these years been told yes.
Yeah.
Everything on a platter.
Exactly.
Yes.
Listen,
you can't go nowhere without a
the way
snoop.
I like to, somebody said, is that JoJo? That is JoJo. I turned my Instagram camera around for you so you can see it.
Oh, that's on Instagram? Who is that
Yes,
asking about me?
Everyone's
Do I need to
favorite.
hide? Do I need to hide?
Hey, you ain't got no enemies out here.
Nah, man. I'm just out here,
Listen,
man.
everybody's in the studio. Here's the thing. Here's what I don't get, or what I do get. Do we, as African American people, do we kind of gratify being a pimp? Is that like?
Of course we do. I mean,
Especially today, because the more you have, the more you're wanted. So when you have all these women, when you get one woman, all women start liking you.
yeah, that's what I say. Women are like a job. It's easy to get one when you already got one. You see what I'm saying? If you in Paul,
Say it again.
If you in Paul, it's easy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad I'm a nigga.
And think about this, especially when you go ahead and all today, in these day and ages, first thing they want to do is jump on social media and put it out there, what they got, what they doing for their lady. Especially look at Nick Cannon the other day, just started talking about his woman ain't gonna have to work. He gonna pay for everything.
Right.
You know his DMs and his mama DMs is jumping out right now.
Listen,
But yeah, I'm sorry. I just want to jump on their point. They right about the women, but you can't do that if you're broke. You know what I mean?
and all the
Why
work for
we
rich
even having
men.
this conversation is R. Kelly rich and he famous.
Yeah.
It don't happen to broke niggas like that.
Exactly.
And I can understand, but the root of the R. Kelly's problem is it happened to him, and a lot of people overlooked that. You know, he was raped and molested by his sister and his brother.
And that's how the whole documentary
So I
started
believe
off.
him. But everybody say they don't excuse him and they don't excuse him. But that's where he got that idea in his mind that I watched another thing with his brother on it, and his brother described what his sister done to them. That's exactly what R. Kelly doing to them now.
Yeah.
He punished people. She punished them, put them in a room, gave them instructions on how to have sex with them.
Right.
Yeah.
And he said that he think R. Kelly enjoyed it. But
So-
it terrified him.
Could it truly be that he's still trapped in the closet?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
But
Listen, I'm mad because I wanted to watch the whole thing, and now I just feel bad because I guess I've always known having to watch those women back to back to back to back to back. I've had this weird feeling now. It's just because like you feel like every time you go, you see their faces. And so, I mean, listen.
I see their faces everywhere I go because they
Everybody knows I'm a flirt is my thing. I'm a flirt. I hate
feeling
that
on
I'm
your
wearing. I hate that I'm.
theme song. I can't lie.
I hate that I'm gonna have to give it up. But listen, so let me ask y'all. Now I want y'all to be honest with me. Is he messing with the girls?
I think this, in my opinion. I believe probably when he was younger that he was at some 16-year-olds,
Okay.
17-year-olds, and 18-year-olds. And I think now that what we're seeing is he, especially after his court trial, that it became at least 19 and up. Okay, so that might mean he saw a light of something and changed. So an act of forgiveness need to kind of come to his rescue for maturing somewhat. But that's still his preference. He don't want nothing in his bracket. He wants something that he can tenderize fresh meat.
But that's the saying in the streets. I don't want nothing old but a bankroll. So he's not the person that originated that. But my whole thing is I like to zoom out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So if you zoom out on this R. Kelly ordeal, this week we talking about R. Kelly. But if you zoom out, you're gonna see next week when we're gonna be talking about somebody else.
Dre.
Because now you see even now. They got a series coming out about Michael Jackson and those
Listen.
little bars. Listen to me.
I know
But let me tell you the process.
Right.
See, this is how we need to learn to look at stuff as a people, right? This shit ain't really got nothing to do with us, in my opinion.
Okay.
You know, I put it on my page. Oprah gave this speech at the Summer Awards last, and I was like, it's gonna be a war. You know what I mean? She was
At the
coming,
Golden Globes.
with the Me Too, and I'm sitting back and I'm watching, and I'm like, heads about to roll, you know. So this week we talking about R. Kelly, and what I'm seeing on my timeline is it's division. if you agree with R. Kelly on this, boom. If you disagree, boom. So black people fighting. We find everything to fight about.
Is it
You know what I'm
just a
saying?
black people thing, or do you?
No, it's black people because, and they saying, so they said if you like her, they'll put her in a box and say, if you support R. Kelly, you don't care about black kids because black kids.
Well, is this
but
take
look,
it to this level? Is
but
this another form of degrading the black man?
No, but this is what I'm saying. So what they gonna say? Yeah, it's an assault on all of us. But what they'll say is you don't care about black people, black
because it's the
kids
black girls
or,
matter.
black girls or no black people as a whole are undervalued. Black men are getting murdered in the streets. The cops ain't getting. So it's us. Quit making it seem like one
now they
particular
showing that the black
group.
girls' lives ain't even nowhere near
Yeah, but
value.
it's black people. So instead of us alienating each other and arguing about this feudal shit, she can have her opinion. She's still my sister. You know what I mean? But what are we gonna do? So that's why I started my initiative,
March
the Love
for
Deposit
2 weeks.
initiative, the fatherhood over every hood. But we not drowning that kind of shit.
But the thing you underestimating is the mind frame of it. If anybody been a victim of rape or anything,
Yeah.
they automatically taking that side,
Aside.
and they don't want to hear nothing else.
Nothing.
And even I didn't even say. I made a joke. I said this. I said I couldn't even take a piss without people saying I was defending
I
R.
saw
Kelly.
it. I saw it.
And that's how it is. No matter what you say, people were saying, "Well, they don't defend." I said, "Wait, I didn't even say R. Kelly in this post."
Yeah.
What? And people don't listen. I mean, and they don't listen to each other, and they quick to jump on you. And people say, "Oh, I was gross." I mean, I didn't got called all kind of stuff, and that's what the problem is. People not willing to conversate, let somebody else have their opinion about
yes.
something, and move on and just discuss it.
And you know how I solved that? I don't even speak on it.
Yeah.
If it divide us, because like you said, people are walking around with that hurt. And they not going to go through the steps that you and I going to go through to think like, okay, boom, boom. Soon as they hear that, they going to identify that. So when you throw your opinion out there recklessly, you know what I mean?
It ain't reckless,
I mean,
though.
I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying.
No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah,
but
I'm
at
not
the same
talking to you,
time,
Mr.
a
Bud.
lot of people need counseling.
Yeah.
And they need to take care
They
of
need
that.
therapy.
Any anger you got is on you.
Right.
People wonder why I can say the things I say. It ain't that. It's because I've dealt with my own problems.
Yeah.
And shouldn't nothing nobody say with words can make me mad.
Yeah.
Again,
Should nothing.
First Amendment, freedom of speech.
Right.
Why you can't say what you want to say?
Because people gonna attack you and bully you into saying, make you bow down because
One
you
thing
wrong
about me,
because of their emotions. I know that.
My motto is fuck your fist.
So since we're talking about it,
Hey, give me a t-shirt.
Well,
Hey,
FYL.
one of these t-shirts, man, DM Velvet Jones, so we can
Hey, FYL.
I'm still my stuff now.
so here's the thing: should we mute R. Kelly?
No.
No.
No,
No.
I'm still gonna step in the name of love in my family reunion.
And I'm gonna say no, and it's not just because of R. Kelly, but it's a slippery slope. If you look at, like I said, if you zoom out,
Okay.
we gonna mute everybody.
Everybody. You got
Everybody is
Luther.
gonna get muted here.
Luther
What else
Vandross.
to do?
He had us thinking he loved women. Luther was sucking more pipe than the Pied Piper was throwing into the kids.
Oh, no.
Freddie Jackson,
Oh, we knew.
Jermaine Jackson.
Can we talk about living
Jackson,
people?
though. Come on, man.
But
Damn.
and
What, even
also
Marvin Gaye.
and also look. Well, I'm gonna tell you like what's gonna happen because they say we are that they are unprotected. We are because if you look at it, there's gonna be some big wigs, white wig, even Weinstein,
Listen,
Heinstein.
and
They
they
not
don't
getting prosecuted.
and listen,
They not
they
gonna
just
have
helped
those
around
repercussions
his
that we
case.
have.
Okay.
They just threw out his
Okay,
case.
perfect
Bill
example.
O'Reilly, none of them are gonna have the
Charlie
same
Sheen.
consequences.
He still have yet to be. This man giving out AIDS.
So we're talking about people all the time. I saw somebody put a great post together. They put R. Kelly in his robe, and they put him next to the owner of Playboy, Hugh Hefner. I don't believe if there's anybody who's the subject of sex and of underage people. She was 90. He died 90 with a 21-year-old as his wife. But
And he died rated to 1. He had 6. Before that, 1. He just wasn't able to stay on that long. He done had so many years of, and you got to. If you go back and look at the video, they had rules too. They had to be in the house at a certain time.
Yeah.
They had to be in bed at a certain time because he still went to bed early unless
Okay,
he had an event going on.
And that's the thing you see about the documentary. They don't show the part about them shopping. Because
listen,
this one girl, I seen an article before it came out. Kitty Jones was here, and she worked for the radio station. I was working at the radio station at the same time she was. And
Did you know her?
She just disappeared, but they don't tell you this. I seen her story before that. It was in Rolling Stone magazine. She said that, you know, he would take her shopping. Yeah, he slapped and this and that, but he'd take her shopping. And she was featured in the concert. She was a girl in the cage, and they would do this whole stage thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know. She sent her son away to live with his daddy so she can go be with R. Kelly.
Yeah.
So
I looked at the video
Parenting that is
that
fine.
they showed on TMZ. It had the
I'm
3
ready
girls.
to be a grown hoe.
I saw the 3 girls that they featured: Dominique, Azriel, and Jasmine, Jennifer. I can't remember. The point is, that's something that I noticed. I said, you look at these girls, and I'm not trying to say that they haven't been abused, but when I looked at that video,
yeah, that's what kept them quiet. And what they saying now is the money ran out. That's why they all coming out, because they got paid a lot to be on Lifetime. And the thing is, I did a video too about the parents too. The last parents, y'all didn't see her, the Azriel girl. They took her to a R. Kelly concert, and this was after the 14-year-old trial.
Right.
So why would you take your 17-year-old daughter?
Exactly.
He pulled up on the stage, and they ain't seen her since.
now do y'all have kids?
Yeah.
You said you had
I
daughters.
I got daughters.
have an 18-year-old.
I got an
daughter.
You
18-year-old
wouldn't take
daughter
her
as
to the
well.
R. Kelly concert if you didn't want else speaking to that man. Why would you go
If she
with
was
her?
a singer, the question of
No.
the day is, if she was a singer, she said she wanted to promote
How many
her
other
career.
concerts did you take her to get her some attention? And who have we seen that has became famous from taking their child to a concert and a singer said, I'm going to make them a star? Who? That thing works.
He has done a couple, but that's a two-way mirror where you can use it as food. Like,
But
I mean,
what about the
Aaliyah?
you have a big platform
K-
today with
Michelle.
social media.
Yeah.
Put that girl in front of the microphone in the
But
bathroom and let her do her thing.
It's
If
just
she
like
got
people,
it, she
Right,
got
right,
it.
right,
it's
right,
like,
right.
Yeah, it's people don't try to run to the front and try to. I'm gonna get us singing.
That's why he lost her at the
I'm
front.
not handing my daughter over to now Negro.
Exactly.
That no. Fuck no.
I mean, and
No,
you see
hell
his,
no.
his show. When his show is performed about.
Nah,
So it's not like he hiding it.
a little bit.
Like, that's why I don't even let that shit into my spirit. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can tell what it is from the outside looking in. Like, I saw a clip, they got a dude, he went viral, right? And he was watching part of it, and he was giving his commentary with it. You know what I'm saying? And they were talking about how controlling he is. This is my show. And it's not to defend R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, me just being, just sitting back is like, okay, this is how I run. This is how I run it. This is how I want it. This is how I'm paying. I'm funded. I'm doing this. They didn't want me talking to this guy over here. He was you got broke niggas like that.
And everybody did that.
And then, so
you
it's-
ain't got no, you got broke niggas that say that, but they ain't gonna do.
They ain't gonna
do it.
fall by it,
You
you
ain't
know what
got
I mean?
enough money. But if you got money, I've seen it. I've been around people with some tremendous money.
But
You know what
my
I'm saying?
question is, why are we taking our daughters to these concerts when R. Kelly is talking about?
'Cause you got rent due.
He's talking about fuck you and all of
But
this.
even I went
He's
to
giving you all of these
Yeah.
playlists of
Uh-huh.
how to make a
So
baby.
you
Why
like
are
it
we
ready.
taking our kids?
Did
to
we
the
go to
Exactly.
Wildin' Out together?
We
went
did.
to Wildin' Out
We
together.
did.
And there were children there. And
There.
I just kept trying to understand who baby is
Why
that and why is
is
your
no
baby?
child
I'm uncomfortable.
here?
Because you got to think about it. The parents and the grandparents of this generation are in the same age bracket. And their mentality aren't really up
I'm
to
sorry, my
par.
mama told me I couldn't go to a R. Kelly concert
What?
till I got grown. And the first time 18, boom, I was
But think
there.
about the parents that y'all saw at Wildin' Out.
With the kids.
How old were they with them kids?
How many of them?
What was their mentality and attitude
They
like?
wasn't Charlotte and Robert. Listen,
That's
listen,
because they ain't
listen.
parents. They
They-
friends.
there you go.
They friends to their kids. Anytime you try to be a friend to your kid, that's what happened. Because that girl got snatched up on that stage, and next thing you know, she had the room auditioning, and they went there, thought they saved it. It was the mama and the daddy. And then next thing you know, she got 18, they ain't hear from her no more.
I'm
No
sorry,
more.
my daddy was
Because
making me listen to
they-
Lee Williams.
she
We
was
wasn't
grown.
listening to R. Kelly growing up.
Yeah,
Man.
nah,
we
you
listened to
can't.
Lee Williams. You
We
can't-
listened to it, but your parent told you what you wasn't going to do. And you minded that.
Yeah,
So today,
until you got grown.
yeah.
Today is different though,
Yeah.
because you have so much access. The kids have so much access to. So like back in the gap, my uncle used to say you can't be their friends. Today, if you not your child's friend, you
No,
lost.
it
from
ain't
jump.
about the
But-
access. It's
uh-huh.
about the parenting. Because my children, I have a 20-year-old son, 18. When they was coming up, if I say don't do, you don't do.
Yeah.
Because I bring that same value that I was raised by. So
kill
just,
him.
hey,
Okay,
I had- hey.
but listen, I
I
don't
would
want
have got my mama old belt that she beat our ass with.
But see, I don't want to tell my age. But when I was coming up, you know what I mean. When I wanted to,
I know. It's okay.
listen, when I wanted to sneak and watch my auntie porn, I had to run in her room, get the VHS, put it in. I had to count. Okay, it's at this part. Get my little beater in, run back, put it in the room. But now the kids don't have to do that. They go somewhere and plug up the Wi-Fi
Man, we
to
got-
listen to anything they want to do. So what I'm saying is, it's different. We can't have the same viewpoints as. You know, and I'm learning this as a parent. I got 3 girls, all girls. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I used to be the parent that, no, you can't listen to this, no, that. But then when they come around, they know songs that I don't even know. Why?
Wow.
Because it's so
But
accessible out here.
you
So
gotta
I have
let
to find
them.
that
You
balance.
gotta let them listen to it and see it, so you can educate them on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Now,
if
that's
they
what you
don't
have
know
to
no
do.
better, the first thing they gonna do is run out and hear what the street tell them.
Yeah.
Even though they gonna do that regardless, but at some point your teaching is gonna come to light, and it's gonna ring a bell and say, "Oh no." Now they might have been got their foot in the water first, but they still got a point where they can say themselves and come back. No, my mama taught me this. No, my daddy taught me that. Your values are gonna kick in.
Yeah.
And that's the problem too, though. A lot of people don't have mom and daddy in the home, and
Right.
then people don't. Nowadays, why they trying to separate us is they just saying, "Oh, we got to protect the girls, we got to protect the girls," and so people forgetting about the boys. And that's why I say that's what happened to R. Kelly, because they didn't protect him. Now he's going out doing these to these girls. So you got to protect the boys and the girls.
Yeah.
You can't just say, "Oh, our girls are girls."
Thank you.
Fuck the boys.
Hell, we need to have a lifetime on saving our boys to get these boys dressing back like boys.
I'm not going there. So, Andrea
We're in the
Kelly,
same
did y'all see the
size pants I'm
videos that have recently surfaced with her
Yeah.
saying, "I support my baby daddy. That's my baby daddy family first."
But he abused the hell out of you.
Oh,
My wife
Somebody,
had
right?
an interesting take on that.
Okay.
And she was like, she don't get to do that shit with R. Kelly and then act like she a victim. You know
'Cause
what
she
I mean?
sat up there
she
crying
felt like
her
that
heart
she
out.
was.
That's what I didn't
She's-
like about it, because they played on everybody's emotions. Like, it was just
Yeah.
back to back to back crying.
And
a
that's
lot
what
of
won
people-
these fans over.
Yeah, a lot of people, it's emotion, and that's what they getting us on. That's why they was online
Emotion
doing
is-
this. I mean, just because, and I believe all of them. I ain't gonna lie, I believe them, but that don't mean he just. But when somebody cry, don't mean they tell the truth.
But,
I hate
but you know
that
what?
shit.
I read an article, like I scrolled, it came across my timeline, and it said that Good Morning America had a lot of those same interviews, those same people.
Oh yeah,
And
we
with
see.
Earl.
No,
Yeah,
no, they
on the
and
real.
they didn't air them because none of the stuff couldn't be substantiated. They said it was all hearsay, and they couldn't prove nothing, so
If
they
you
passed
look
on
at
it,
it,
and
if you
then they
look-
went and shopped it to Lifetime, and Lifetime picked it up.
And if you look at it, you can see the holes in it, and people think we dumb and just say, "Oh, they victims." To me, this was like R. Kelly trial part 2. Basically,
Yeah.
I see
Yeah.
why he didn't want to come out, because
Yeah.
people are so judgmental. Like, you ain't never done nothing in your life, and to me, no sin is bigger than the other. I always slept with little girls. Maybe he stopped doing that. Maybe, you know, and that was wrong. But if the girl don't care about it and the mama don't care about it, she was manipulated. To me, it's a lot of bitter old women that
Yeah.
that's all woe out and they mad because they
No,
you know
he
what I'm
didn't
saying?
call
You know,
him.
I say that, but
Probably
they
bitter
mad.
and
They bitter because the nigga wants something young, and that ain't, if they 18, ain't nothing wrong with that. First of
Yeah.
all, I don't care if a nigga 192.
Yeah.
If the girl's legal, that's fine. But you know, the underage thing, that's a different story.
I just wish that we would have. I don't mind them. The conversation don't need to be on R. Kelly. So just R. Kelly. I think we need to open up the discussion as a community, right?
Okay.
So I have a love deposit initiative that I do,
Okay.
and basically it's spreading love, because you know what God put it on my heart to do. We argue about everything. I don't give a damn what it is. If you bring it up, we gonna argue about it. So I say, what unifies us? Love unifies us. You know what I'm saying? So I started my love deposit initiative, and what happens is I'm meeting these families. Most of them are single moms, right? And they have daughters. I'm going looking for the sons, but they have daughters, right? And the discussion to me should be how vulnerable these little kids are, because I go and meet with some of these moms, and these little girls hug me so tight. I'm talking about 4 or 5 years old.
Wow.
They hug you so tight to the point to whereas You know, it's like not a hug. They want you to pick them up, hold. They got their legs wrapped around you, and it's like I don't want my daughters. You feel that craving, falling out there. You feel that craving, and at some point, a man without a heart, a man that's sick, they will come along and exploit that craving that these young girls have. Yeah. So that's not what my whole initiative is about, and I think that's kind of what we need to talk about a little bit.
Shout out to Adrian Wafer. She said, you guys are making some valid points. Sherelle says, I'm not muting R. Kelly because this is bigger than him. Everyone in his camp and anyone else who aided him is in this.
Yeah,
you know,
they should go to jail.
Minister Farrakhan said something to piggyback on where you was just at. He said he sat down and talked to R. Kelly for 4 hours. And he said what he can determine is the man got God in him. He got a good spirit. Mm-hmm. He need cleansing.
Yeah.
And it goes back to what I stated earlier. This man has been given a golden road to have whatever you want, however you want, for over 30 years.
Listen, and I like to say it like this. You take a broke nigga. Mm-hmm. Somebody who ain't never had something. It's different when you talk about people who are doing those types of things and they've had things before. You take somebody who ain't never had nothing, who was eating noodles every day because that's all noodles was, probably mustard sandwiches and everything else,
and
now
sandwiches.
And can do whatever he want to do. This is why I'm for the Mute R. Kelly movement. Mm. Not because of all this, because, you know, he been Mr. PP. He was Mr. PP before I Believe I Can Fly. And everybody in the world was singing that song. We were singing that song as kids in the I Believe I Listen, we sung it at church. We sung it everywhere. But I believe his craft is all he has. And so if we kind of take that from him, I say it's going to do one or two things. It's going to either correct him or it's going to get him. I really feel like we should be on the watch. But here's the thing. We all saw the video. Mm-hmm. We all saw the video.
On VCR tape.
And we know it exists. Why now? Why are we acting brand new now?
Because of the series.
Because they told us
they put them women on there crying back to back to back. Can't nobody resist that.
And all these
crying back to back to back. That's why Lifetime took it.
That's the way you say. Can't nobody.
Women crying back to back to back. That's all.
They
it
got
was.
tissue box.
And then they put his dumbass brother in the prison on there. This nigga is.
His brother was hilarious.
It was funny, man. He was all
giddy. He should have took the money. He should have.
Yeah. He said. He talking about when R. Kelly was at that first trial. He tried to get his younger brother to take the case and pay him $50,000 and give him a record deal, right? Yeah. The older brother said, and he didn't take it.
Yeah.
He said, that nigga could have been rich to this day. $50,000. He didn't take it.
Let you know.
It was going straight to Cadillac, get him a new.
People take him too serious, man. That brother was funny.
Let's talk about the live stream. Jada Pinkett Smith got on live, and she said she's
tired of celebrities.
You too. Listen. Hank Mad, Chance the Rapper, all of them.
Oh, yeah.
But Jada got on, and she talked about the live streams and the streams going. Now, I have my own theory as to why the streams are on their way up. What do y'all think about it?
But R. Kelly stream?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, man.
My thing, especially with Jada, hypocrites, looking for likes, looking for more followers, looking for to be the new topic in the subject matter. Yeah. When it's not your subject. Look at their kids. Your son is on stage talking about he's somebody's boyfriend, some other guy boyfriend. Your daughter was 10 years old, laying in bed, taking pictures with a 20-year-old man.
Yeah, I do remember that. A few years ago.
Yeah.
Never scared. I can't even move out when I was 27. Hell, you talking about move out when you're 15? They tripping.
What you think about the live streams?
The live streams, I think if people are being dumb and going to listen to his music to see if that's what he was saying. Oh, he was talking about that. Nigga, I knew that a long time ago. They could this. You can equivalent this however you want to. When you say seems like she ready,
yeah,
they want to say because of the age, but that's still anybody having sex. Seem like you ready. They could be a grown. That's why this man was so powerful in writing his music. Seem like you ready, bump and grind.
Because if it's wet down there, she ready.
Exactly. Ain't nothing wrong. That's what I'm saying. Ain't nothing wrong with bump and grind. And to me, I already knew. I stopped listening to him a long time ago. Not because he didn't make no good music, because I got tired of hearing about sex. He only got 3 songs that ain't talking about sex. Rest of them talking about fucking. Anybody that got that much fucking on their mind got a problem anyway. Because I'm an artist. You got to write from your material. And you got to have experience to continue to write song after song after song about fucking like that.
That does show the genius level.
But it is though. But that what put the sickness in him, because he used his sickness as a blessing. He talked about them experiences. Everything he said was stuff he did.
Yeah.
And that's real artistry.
I think he got more than 3 songs talking about it.
I Believe I Can Fly.
I wish.
Step in the Name of Love.
Well,
And Say
the
That.
other ones he gave them out. He gave like Michael Jackson song he wrote.
I know what song you're talking about. Hold on, wait.
Oh, you say he gave him out?
You're Not Alone.
Yeah,
Yes.
you.
Well, maybe
That's
that might have
talking
been.
about that was singing to them girls that got
Wait a minute. I take that one back.
Exactly.
Prove this point.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you. Trust me. I didn't listen to him, and that's why streaming went up though. People listening, trying to see, and it's already. I mean, I already knew that though.
Well, it's important that I always tell people all the time, Lifetime is not our channel. Lifetime is our channel on Friday nights, like ABC used to be. Remember when ABC used to have TGIF and all the black shows used to come on and on a certain night? All the black shows on Lifetime come on Friday. They have Dancing Dolls. We got the little, what you call it, little rap game.
Yeah.
Those are white people. Our Lifetime is an old, middle-aged white. That's their station. If you go watch all the rest of the movies and things that come on, and these are people I say who really didn't know nothing about R. Kelly other than the I Believe I Can.
But you know
Fly.
what?
So you believe that's why the stream?
I believe that's why the stream was up, because then they gotta go, well, what other songs do we have?
Yeah,
I tell you
another
why.
part of that is protest. What he said, what you said, I believe, but another side of that is protest.
Well, then I'm gonna
You know what
listen
saying?
to it.
I'm gonna listen to it, and once you get off in that zone, because he does make good music. Like once you get off in that zone and you listen to it, what's the name?
Like, oh shit.
You get to going because he got hits. Like you know what I mean? He got hits.
I
You can't
listened
take
to
that
I
from
Believe
him.
I Can Fly over here, and I started crying. Nigga, I was like, ooh, I could. You know, could you get into it? Just like Tupac. That nigga said something in life. You like, this nigga saying this.
This
this
nigga here
song,
still
like,
crazy.
I was crying. I believe I could fly.
Lifetime was the proper platform for that docu-series.
perfect.
Because if you think about before this, what does Lifetime air? Nothing but
the
movies of women
Right.
killing their husbands.
Yeah.
And you watch Lifetime, you end up on Snap.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Yeah, for real.
For real.
Think about it.
Listen, we gotta go, but what's one last thing that you guys want everybody to take from the documentary?
Just, I wanted you to just use your own mind. Don't let this documentary come up with a conclusion. He guilty. Don't judge. Everybody's sins is different, you know, and it come down to parenting. You know, my man, he take care of his daughters, I'm sure, and then, because they show some parents on there throwing rocks at a studio and saying, we know our daughter's in there. They called the police, did that old welfare check. But to me, and everybody asked Master P, because he said, that's the parenting, because he said, I would have burned it down.
Yeah.
I don't care if the police would have came, my daughter was in there, I would have kicked the door down in their face.
Charlotte would
seen her
still
face
be outside.
and let them put me in handcuffs as long as I seen my daughter's face. But I would have kicked that door down and made everybody come up out there.
Nah, you're not. I don't give a damn.
So
You're not holding my
Master P said that was a reality show. It wasn't no damn docuseries.
That's what old boy said. That Mona Scott picked better actors. But what I want to take, but for what I want to take from it, what is at some point, black people, we have to control the conversation. And when it's not R. Kelly, next week when it's Samuel L. Jackson or when it's whoever, because it's not gonna be the last time. When are we gonna have the proper conversation? Because I'm just tired of we already alienated from each other as the black men, black women. This is just furthering that divide. Every time something come up like this, it was Bill Cosby and it was a Civil War on my timeline. Now it's R. Kelly and it's a Civil War on my timeline. When are we gonna have the conversation that need to be had and come together as a people versus trying to up one each other
Well,
when
some of these
shit
people
come
get
around?
some damn counseling,
Yeah.
and then they won't.
Now that's a real conversation we need to have.
Well, my take is this: validity, facts. Where are the facts? What's the proof? What do we have to go by from all these claims? Everybody done sat up here in front of this camera and gave their accounts of anything And as we're starting to see the backlash from that, there are so many loopholes that are coming about in all of their stories because there was no facts, all hearsay. So what has happened is they have set him up to be publicly persecuted,
Lynched.
so now that he can be prosecuted.
Yeah.
Because any person that you find to be on that juror is going to have a moment where they have heard about this docuseries, and it's going to be easy for them to convict because now they can relate.
And now the district attorney or whoever in Chicago,
Chicago is wanted.
has told anybody that has been involved, got any evidence, just to call them. They don't care who they are, just call them.
But they don't have no
And
evidence.
and guess what? She's a victim of sexual assault.
Yeah.
So she knows she got.
that's what I'm saying about that. Just because
So you think
'Cause
they're
of your
acting in our
history.
emotions.
it
Yeah,
gives
yeah.
you a bias to it. You think and she's just trying to get a name for herself right now because she knows there's an outcry for that and everybody.
And she'll make a name off her
Please
back.
do something
especially
to him
her.
right now, lock him
All
up.
she need
Yeah.
to do is walk down the hallway to their file room and research and look at them the case from where they tried him the first time and see that she still
But
gonna lose.
they building him up. They trying to turn down, but they building him up. Like for
Well,
real, they
listen.
building him up.
I just want to say, I know people are going to be mad at me about it for saying, but happy birthday, R. Kelly. Because listen, at the end of the day, it was his birthday, and he said,
I still love him.
he said that he didn't care about what we had going on, and obviously the people that was in there didn't care. He's just booked a tour in
Two of 'em,
Germany. And so, I mean,
You know what somebody did to him though?
what?
Called the police and said he
Yeah,
had an arrest
he
warrant.
had
And
a
it's his
warrant.
manager.
And see, and I don't even think that they
Golly,
knew what was
that's
going.
just-
I think they just looked at what was saying, and it's.
No, they just wanted to break it. Somebody wants to that's the devil. Wants to dampen his life, even though he did all
I do believe that R. Kelly he got a sexual sin kind of issue,
Yeah.
and I want
counseling.
and he's too talented of a person to go to the grave with that. That I want him. I really want him to get help. I really want to see him be a
I want
better
him to admit
person.
it.
But-
I want to see. I miss the I wish person because I believe whoever we hadn't heard those types of songs in a long time from
Right.
him. He been in one of these when he was going through when he was being prosecuted. We saw a different
kept
side
coming
of him,
out.
and I really want to see that R. Kelly again because I believe R. Kelly is as talented
Yes.
as Michael Jackson was, and if
Yes.
we are in one of them days where we need a song that will heal the world that will kind of bring us together, and R. Kelly the person to give it to us.
Not no more. He can't do that no more.
Yeah,
they don't.
If you don't think if he
No.
sings
I'm not saying he can't. I'm saying
Yes, he can.
I'm saying
The
the
people
people,
ain't
that
gonna
are
open
against
up.
him now,
They ain't
it's
gonna
no
open
coming
up.
back.
No, I'ma tell you
for
what's
a
gonna
great
happen.
percentage of the damage has
And-
been done on that
No.
from them.
Yeah.
No,
absolutely
it's
right.
not because we as black people, soon as you give us something else that we like, in about a month, for his situation,
Yeah.
it might take 2 to 5 years. 2 to 5 years, he'll be back on top and he'll be able to tour again, sell albums to the masses versus the small fan base that he has now.
I think
We forget.
I hear you, but I think what's gonna happen is the people that support him and the ones that half-ass support him. You know what I mean? That's kind of from the sideline. They gonna get off their ass and they gonna what's the name? But the people that are cut off from this, I feel like that most of them ain't no coming back.
Oh,
You
yes,
know
it
what I
is.
mean?
Think about it. Michael Jackson. Remember when Mike
But we knew that was
first
a
got
witch hunt.
accused
We knew
with
that
them
was a witch
kids?
hunt.
But look how many people of us turned against him. OJ. Look how many of us turned against him. But soon as he got acquitted, OJ come to the barbecue.
Listen, shout out to you guys for coming in, hanging in at with me. Before we go, tell the people where to follow you at because all of y'all's timelines are absolutely ridiculous all the time.
Oh, you can find me, Velvet Jones, on Facebook only at Velvet Jones. I'm only on there for so many times because I got all these haters like R. Kelly and they keep putting me in jail. And because I go to jail so much on Facebook, I stay in jail for like 3 to 5 months before they let me back out. I can't get a second page because they keep putting that one in jail. So they said that was a fake name because I had the first page. So y'all find me on Facebook. I will get to the friend request when they let me free. So we'll have.
Velvet
There you go.
Free Velvet Jones.
Free Velvet Jones, and I'm Uncle JoJo Radio on Facebook and Instagram, and I've never been locked up on social media. But they call me the empathetic asshole, enlightened hypocrite. Say what you want to say about me. Just ask me if I give a shit. We got the love deposit thing going on. We spreading love around in Dallas, man. Follow the page, check it out. I guarantee you'll be touched and you like what's going on.
Already. I'm Joel Reynolds Jr. Joel like Joel Osteen Reynolds Jr. At Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. If you sensitive, don't follow me on Facebook. 'Cause I'm definitely gonna say something. I ain't been in jail yet, but nigga, I'm on probation. I'm on parole.
They ain't watching you.
They watching my ass.
The
I
feds
got
on
one foot.
the
I'm in the halfway house. I'm 1 foot in and 1 foot out. They just waiting to get my
I need
ass.
me some of them 3XLs.
I know the rules though.
Speaking of jail, it's live with Miss T on DFWIRadio.com. When we come back, Kim Kardashian has been labeled the princess of the prison reform. She's 3-0.
Yeah.
I got to put some respect on her name,
You
man.
better.
She done went up from a sex tape to now she helping people get out of jail. It's live
R.
with
Kelly better get friends with him.
It's live with Miss T on DFWIRadio.com. We'll be back.